That's much better. Yep. Today is our last day in the studio, which makes us all really happy. When I'm rehearsing in the studio, I'm so in the middle of all of it with the actors and the dancers and everybody else, but then when you get into tech, you're removed from it. So I'm just in the dark sort of watching it from a distance. So it's looking like a picture instead, or a movie screen or something, as opposed to being in the middle of all of it. 5, 6, 7, 8. I totally love playing with the actors and, hanging, just talking about the acting part of it and knowing that I've been there before. I always sort of think about things as like, oh, if it doesn't feel right to me, they're gonna have a hard time doing it. So I can at least sometimes pop into actor head to see if something feels like it's a true moment or not. Good. So let's hold there. So Brian, I wanna try with this on the bum, 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 bum. When you first come in, I wanna see a moment of you with the walk in your head and the things going like bum, 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 which will then have to push back what you guys are doing here. So I started as a dancer. Crazy for You was my first Broadway show, which, was fantastic in the time of my life. I just felt like I was like completely living my dream. I did 7 other shows. I was the character guy. It's like, oh good, he can play the gangster, he can play the bartender, he can play the waiter, he can play the stagehand. And I sort of did all of those characters in like every show that I did because I could also dance. But then they do the heavy duty dancing and I would, do that off stage a little bit and then come back in when they were done with that section. I always knew that I wanted to choreograph. I did summer stock in New Hampshire when I was like 18 years old, and we did 10 shows over the summer. We cleaned the toilets. We did everything. Washed the dishes after dinner. Rehearsed till like 2 in the morning, and in the middle of the summer, the choreographer was terrible for Hello Dolly and dropped out. And even though I was playing Barnaby, I also choreographed it. So that's kind of where I started choreographing, and I thought, oh, I kind of like this. The more I was involved being a dancer and being in original companies, I just started going like, oh, I think I want to get back to that a little bit, and that's sort of what happened. 6, 7, 8, 1. I want you to start going back on 1, right? 5, 6, 7, because it feels like then they've cleared, and then you would have gone out. Try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7. I don't sleep at all when I'm working on the show. The creative part. When I get home at night, I can barely walk. I watch Jeopardy. I fall asleep during Wheel of Fortune. I try to just stay awake for another hour just so I don't go to bed, like an 80-year-old at 8 o'clock. But then I'm up like 4 or 5. The minute I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about the show and I can't stop. Most of the stuff I get is musical comedy and things that are an homage to musical theater, which is what I do love. I have to act like I'm sitting in the audience and what would I laugh at. And I luckily surround myself with actors that do make me laugh and that I think are funny and do clearly make a lot of people laugh. I mean, this is a really funny cast. This cast is awesome. This has been nothing but a joyful experience. We just had such a good time working on it. A professional time, but a good time. I like having fun, but everyone just being on it at the same time. Sometimes I'll watch something and completely be in tears when I watch it, because I just kind of go, how is this my life? How lucky I am that I get to do this. I mean, I really feel like that. Look, I told someone I was gonna cry today. I knew I would cry today. And I ended up laughing more than crying, so that's good. But no, it really, the little kid in me that was like the little boy in chair instead of man in chair from Drowsy Chaperone. I mean, I had every poster and lobby card for movie musicals and every program that I'd ever seen in a Broadway show just like taped to my wall. You couldn't see wall. And I'm still that kid. I really am. Good job, guys. Good.